That's not the password. Come and watch the rain as it falls down. Okay. Come on. We're back. No, dude, you're the wrong video. Okay. Please don't break. Oh, what is that? I don't care. Come on. Nope. I'm tired, guys. Sorry. Not really intros. Come and watch the rain as it falls down. Please. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay. So you didn't really have history. To damage it. Autopic ranking. Okay. I want you things in my room. I miss you all the time. I watch myself on the. Don't blink. It's you. Oh. For fuck's sakes. Don't blink. It's you waiting for commercial. Just doing well because I'm having a wonderful day. Again, sorry about the quality of the camera. It is the 21st of August 2025. I want to show you something that's really special. I'm trying to show you as much as possible. Look how gorgeous the moon is. It is currently 5:33 minutes and 25 seconds. I got the best application for the camera to show you that. Look how gorgeous it is. I have to hurry because this is basically the moon. Now, Madamas. Okay. Yeah, I don't see shit with this camera. Actually, really special. Wait a second. Oh, God damn it. Don't blink, if you're blink, controversial, because I'm having a wonderful day. I'm gonna try to picture something. It's very hard to picture, and this is a shitty camera, so I'm gonna show you as much as possible. I'm gonna be able to see here. You see the moon? The moon is right here, right? You see the moon. You see a star. And you see a second star. You see the star here? Now look at the results. Star here, and the moon. It is quite gorgeous. Unfortunately, the phone isn't perfect, but hey, try my best out here. I'm trying my best out here. I swear to God, I am. Don't blink, it's your boy Yang Chihuahua Commercial. Good day, doing well because having a wonderful day. What a terrible way to start a day. I had a beautiful show where there was a moon, a star, and another star. And I don't have the equipment that I need to show you guys a proper video. So I don't know when it's going to happen again, but it was beautiful. Disappointed myself. Feel like a loser a little bit, you know. And here we are. And here we are with the sunrise of the beautiful 21st August 2025. It's a shame we had a beautiful picture of a moon followed by two stars that were super bright and super nice. So, bit of a shame that I cannot show you that. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the Veronica Hair Show. I'm going to be walk with having a wonderful day on this 21st August 2025. Today, this is the very first video of the day. I'm feeling a bit sick, to be honest, but it's okay because we just woke up. So as we wake up, the immunity system is going to pick up and going to come and protect us and going to come and cover us with hugs and kisses. So it's all good in the hood. I wanted to do an intro, but I also wanted to do it behind the scene. I slept very little yesterday, and I don't know why, because the last couple of days I've been sleeping a lot. So it's a bit odd, but at the same time we were able to see a moon, a star, and a star. I wish I had better equipment to show you guys. I don't, but just beautiful, just phenomenal. So today's kind of simple. Today, I missed a call yesterday from the phone repair shop. So I'm possibly gonna get my phone back today, or they're gonna tell me that my phone is completely dead. I don't know. I hope that he's gonna be able to fix it, because I did give him more time than enough. So I feel like if there's no solution now, there's no solution at all. We're gonna put some mixed together with some quench to do us a bottle of water. Today, same as yesterday, honestly, junk food and Elden Ring. However, I got a good news. We're finishing Elden Ring today. We're finishing it today. I'm near finish the number 17. So again, I use a guide that tells me, okay, which part to go first. What is the progression route of it? And the guide is telling me that there's 19 pieces, and out of the 19 pieces, we are at today is Thursday already. Fuck, goes fast. Quench 2 liters, so to get more product, and those two together actually taste pretty well, pretty nice. Yeah, so the guide is separated in 19 parts for the DLC. We've done 16 out of these parts. Yesterday we were at we did 3. Today we'll do 3 again. And that's pretty much it. So videos, stream, videos, stream, videos, stream. I would love to finish Elden Ring today, because again, we've been playing the game for 2 months and a half now, and we did 135 hours left over from yesterday. So oversaturated as fuck. But hey, it's all good, it's fine. We don't have a lot of videos today. However, we do have a couple. After it's getting the phone, it'll take 40 minutes or something. Well, it feels bad because I feel like I'm rushing things, but I'm not. That's pretty much it. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. is don't blink, it's your boy Ing. Welcome to the Complainer Show. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day. It is very early. 5:40 a.m. 5:40 a.m. What a good way to start, Ink. What a good way to start. And it's 5:40 a.m. Morning videos. I just wanted to come in, do a week review of the Umi D100 because we had it for a week. So I saw that people that are doing a phone review are doing it per weeks. You're gonna see me looking at the screen. We're doing some Twitch stream and figuring some stuff out. So not super focused, but not super unfocused at the same time. Sounds good. Sounds delightful. So again, the Umi D100 first, if you will, purpose, of course, was to the phone is completely done. I'm gonna show you actually. Was a cheap phone. But I didn't expect it to be that bad. So the quality of the camera is life-ending. It's not great. However, I make content, so my need for the phone is different than somebody that's using a phone normally. I was reviewing comments on the phone to see, okay, well, what do people think about it? Because ultimately speaking, what people think about it is going to be helpful in a sense of, okay, well, I'm going to buy this phone. I need to know if it's good or not. If it's not good, I'm not going to buy it. If it is good, I am going to buy it. So I feel lied to. I'm joking, of course, but still. However, most people are not going to be reliant on the quality of the camera. And most people are creature, myself included, creature habits. So if they chose to have a UMIG-D before, they'll have a UMIG-D after. You know what I mean? So the quality of the camera might be not great, but the entire phone is actually pretty cool. Like, for example, because the camera was so bad, it made me discover an app, and that app is amazing. That application is straight up amazing. This application, not only it does something stupid, but because it does something stupid, it is so helpful. Give me a sec. See, as a complaint, so the application is, I don't even have the name. Okay. There you go. Actually, listen. This is why I like the application, and I might be using it for my other phones. So on the surface, what you see here is the amount of gig we have free and the time. Now this doesn't matter much. This really doesn't matter much. However, when I am to film a video, I usually record the tower in the background. So with the tower, you get the exact time at which I was working. You don't get a date, but you get the exact time at which I was working. So for example, right now, it's 5:44 a.m. I can tell you this, and I can show you this sunrise. However, it could be a, also I can show you this, but that's a secret. It could be a green screen, right? Maybe 5:44 p.m., who knows? And as a guy that's very prideful about my work ethic, I think this is kind of nice. So the phone is not great. The phone in itself, the CPU and RAM are not great. They're not great at all. For example, I can dual stream, I can split screen. So most of the phone I'm going to be able to do, I'm going to be able to choose, okay, well, this is how big I want the tower. Because that's what most of the time so when I say the tower, we play the tower with every single game you want. I'm just saying the tower because it's the game that we're playing, and I'm honest and I'm transparent about what I'm doing. So take this game, which is the tower. You get to choose how much of the screen is busy with the tower, and how much of the screen is busy with the camera. So right now, what we have is this for the camera, and about this for the tower. So together they do they do this, and this is my dual stream, which is actually not bad. Um, so on this one you have half and half, which, I mean, it's okay, but at the same time it's a little bit too much. Why is that a problem? Well, because if you're recording the screen, you want something that's good. Also, there's no pop-up screen, so you're stuck at two. This is a phone that's 3 years old. This is a phone that's a couple of months old. Well, technically February, March, April, June, Mars, Avril, May, no, May, June, and July, and August. So that's 8 months. So this is 3 years old, this is 8 months, and this is more performance. However, there is the understanding that this also costs a lot more. The bubble stream are not there. However, it's kind of crazy because when do I really use pop-up screen? I don't often. I don't often do that. I don't often need that. You understand? So to me, it's kind of odd that I'm complaining about something that I'm barely using. However, there is a possibility that I'm complaining because knowing that I have that, knowing that I okay, so with the S24 Plus, one of the big problems that we had lately is the pen. The pen came undone. The S Pen came undone, and I wanted to buy another one. And in 3 years of using the S24 Plus Ultra, 2 years, sorry, we never used the pen. So what was I complaining about? Well, I'm complaining about the fact that we have something that we're allowed to use, but we don't have it. Right? So with the humidity, the fact that we don't have the pop-up isn't a big deal in itself, and it's also pushing you to be more decisive about what you use and what you don't use. Do I really need a third pop-up? Do I really need a second pop-up? You know? Do I really need to have a dual screen? Yes. Is that enough? Yes, it should be enough. You know? And to me, that's beautiful. Nevertheless, we have functionality. Again, if I'm a content creator, I need things more. I'm just gonna blow my nose because it's annoying. I think for most people, this is amazing. Now, I'll be completely honest and say I haven't used it for big games. For example, Wizardry, White Wizardry, Variant Daphne, Persona 5, PGR, Punishing Grey Raven. You know, I haven't used it for that. So when it comes to performance, I'm not really there. However, it runs emulator, it runs the tower. So um, as a emergency phone, as a plan B, this is great. Now, I'm gonna be honest. The reason why we bought the S24 Plus was because I didn't like this phone enough. Why didn't I like the phone? It's a super good question. The phone was supposed to be used as a tablet. However, it was never used as a tablet. There's a problem of connectors that says that when I open the phone restarts. You understand? So this is a big problem. However, if I was able to use it more as a tablet, maybe I would have not even bought the S24 Plus. You know? So as a garbage phone, this is pretty freaking good. Now, when I say garbage phone, do I mean garbage phone? No. I mean a phone for a smaller budget. Okay, you take a disposable camera. It'll be a lesser quality than a camera, but it's not supposed to be the same quality. So as a phone as budget, it's actually pretty good. Most people will use it as they wish. The fact that there's an audio jack, it's amazing. Am I gonna use the audio jack? No. But knowing that it's there is absolutely fun. The fact that there's a radio, I've been looking for radios on the phone as an application. This one doesn't use Wi-Fi, doesn't use an antenna. It just is. Now, ultimately speaking, the quality isn't great. But again, it's all about perception. I perceive this as a cool trick versus I perceive something as useless. I think that the radio is cool. I have been listening to radio on my phone when I was broke. I was listening to it. And you need this antenna. And this antenna was weird because you have to be sitting at a certain angle to really capture the channel that you wanted. So this is really bad. The UMID, the capacity to use a SD card is huge. It's huge because this phone can't, and the S24 Plus can't. The tablet can, for sure, but as a phone, it's been years since I've had a phone. The SN Plus didn't use a SD card. It didn't use an SD card. You know, most of them that I had didn't have an SD card, so it was kind of bad. It was kind of really bad, and I don't know. It sucks. It sucks because how can I say this? I had an expectation. To me, this is worse than the SN Plus. You know? And the SN Plus is two models before what we currently have. But this is still a really good phone. Biggest plus of the UMD is the quality of the phone itself. The way it feels, the size of it. It's big, it's fun. It didn't lag on me. It didn't reset. There's no bugs. There's no lagging. This one bugged. This one is lagging. This one, I had a recording of 2 hours yesterday, and it just vanished. This is very problematic. This is very, very problematic. You know? And to me, I'm like, dude, also something that's reliant. The humidity I know won't let me down. As a phone, for example, it's kind of nuts because I broke the first phone while losing it on the bike. And with the humidity, I was thinking that the phone was shaking a lot. And I was like, is it really a big deal? Not really. Not really. And I know that's an asshole thing to say, but it wasn't a big deal. So yeah, pretty happy about my buy. Once again, it's a $215 phone compared to $3,000, right? So this is a 12th of the price. It's a 12th of the price. Am I getting a 12th of the performance? No, I'm getting a lot more. I'm getting possibly a 4 out of 12 performance. So it's a pretty good trade-off. Now, do I recommend the phone? I mean, honestly, let's put it like that, okay? I bought the SN Plus. I wasn't making content back then. I bought it in 2020. I bought it during the pandemic. Did I need that good of a phone? No. I would have used a UMID phone. I would have been happy. As a content creator, I don't recommend it. If you're using your phone a lot for work, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it because for work you're reliant. You're gonna tell your boss, yo, my phone doesn't work properly. Because like, you're gonna tell you, hey, buy a better phone, broke ass. You know? As a person that's using a phone for XYZ, can I text? Yes. Is it playing a lot of the games to waste time? Yes. Is it able to go on YouTube and TikTok? Absolutely. It does a pretty good job at it. You know what I use? I use it for Reddit, TikTok, YouTube, the tower, filming. And it does all that except for filming. So it is a good phone. It is a good phone. If you air a phone, see, there's also this kind of political ways about the phone. If it's Chinese, so you're like, oh, you know, the whole spy thing. Do I believe in the spy thing? No. I think the Chinese government doesn't care about what little Ink Vendetta does. If Ink Vendetta was a bigger content creator, possibly, but for now, you know, I didn't sign the pair of tits yet, so not that famous. Do I measure fame with signing tits? Absolutely. I have watched Howard Stern. This is how I was brought up, you know. To me, just having this storage is worth having a shitty phone, you know. So now, again, the important part. If you aren't a content creator and if you don't use your phone a lot, if you need a phone just to have a phone, to make calls, to watch YouTube, to watch Netflix, this is a great phone. If you need it for something else, if you're using your phone a lot, is this the best phone? Well, it depends. You see, for example, right? For example, with the laptop, I use the laptop a lot, right? So I need a good laptop. But if I didn't use the laptop a lot, I wouldn't even need a laptop. I wouldn't even need it, right? So the question of how much you really use it. If you use it for it to be like, okay, I need to use it, okay, I need it, then get a better phone. There's other models. I was talking about the political aspect of it. The political aspect of it is quite important. It is in a lot of ways like, yo, you shouldn't pay $3,000 for a phone. You just shouldn't. So maybe this is a way of saying fuck that, you know. Now, am I complaining about it? No, because when I bought the phone, I had a good job. Didn't matter. People were making fun of me at work because they're like, you're so dumb, you bought a 2000 phone. And I was like, dude, I don't have a car, I don't have houses. You spend way more than that in things that I don't need to spend on. At the end of the day, I use it a lot. You use a car, I use my phone, you know. And I think lastly, because again it's a long video, but lastly, I think that we live in a society where you need a phone, right? Everybody has a phone. You want to feel part of the day. They think you want to feel like you belong. One problem I had was, and actually that's a good problem. I was trying to upload a 6 hours videos on YouTube, and the video wasn't showing up. The video wasn't showing up at all. It was weird. I was like, what the heck? Why is it not showing up? And second of all, when I went to post it, I would wait 2-3 minutes and it wouldn't show up. So what did I have to do? I had to change. I had to use YouTube Studio. That's pretty much it. So I think the other phone brought me simplicity. I think this one's bringing me a hardship. I think hardships are not that bad. I think hardships are actually kind of needed sometimes. And because they're kind of needed sometimes, then like, oh wow, time to push myself to do something else. That's a good thing. Anyway, long enough video. I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink if you're buying. Welcome to the Contour Show. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this. I'm sick 21st August 2025. Beautiful scene behind me. There was the moon. There was a star and a star. It was gorgeous. Today, we're doing a new taste test. We're doing something called Jones. So Jones seemed to be a energy drinks, but also seemed to be a sports drink. So I'm super excited to taste it because I never even heard of Jones. I never even saw an ad for Jones on social media, whatever. So I'm actually kind of excited because this could be a rare find, you know? And also, let's be honest here, the energy drink market is oversaturated, so possibly in a year, Jones doesn't exist anymore. But here I am with the, I forgot to make a thumbnail, with the proof that Jones existed at one point. So Jones, as you can see, I love the design. I think it's really cool. And I hope that this guy was paid. And they're like, yo, this is kind of cool. Holy shit, look at this. Made from Jones Soda Company. From Off the Ramp. Oh, I love this. Berry lemonade soda. Now, I'll be completely honest. I bought it at a different store that I usually go, so I'm not gonna buy this a lot. I'm gonna be completely honest, this was the last one. So either it's super good or either it's not selling. Without further ado, let's throw over. Smells really nice. I'm secretly hoping that this is not good, because if it is good, I'm not gonna be able to get a lot of it. Okay. Tastes weirdly like Full Throttle. Nice. This is really good. When I say, I hope they pay the guy on the thing, because if it is an athlete, it's kind of representing you. I miss days where most of the sponsored people was from Red Bull was people that played at the X game. This is a sports drink. The people that play sports, right? That's what it is. For example, if you look at G Fuel, which is gamer fuel, is thinking gamers. The taste now. The taste actually not bad. Not bad at all. The blend itself. So, okay. So in this case, it's actually really, really different than what we usually do. And I know that you're tired of me saying so, but the blend is always important. Now, because Jones is a new product, or it's a new product for me, I don't have the idea of what the blend is. However, I know that this flavor is berry lemonade soda. So we're taking away berry lemonade soda, we're putting it away. We're taking the gasified water, we're putting it away, and what's left is a blend. So the blend itself is important because this is the Jones signature. The gasified water, it feels gasified, but not too much. Like for example, and I know it's stupid to say, but there's just something that oh man, I'm gonna have burps. This one's actually quite soft. This one's actually quite nice, so we like it. Wow, I'm just lighter. I like it. See, the good problem that you have, I can identify the berry very much. Lemonade, I'm having a little bit of problem because the lemonade is sour and bitter, and the blend is sour and bitter. So am I tasting the lemonade or am I tasting the blend? Now, why is that important? Because it's super easy to do everything else. You're gonna see with chips, you're gonna see with ice cream, you're gonna see with products. There's no originality. Lately, it was spicy garlic. It was popular. Every chip company had a spicy garlic flavor. So I'm tasting the berry, the lemonade. Why is it not hard? Well, because if 12 other companies are doing it, then they basically all taste the same. And the difference is where the blend is. So the blend is the important part. Actually, really nice. I like it. I like it. It does taste a lot like Full Throttle. But then this is really good because the berry are the star here. You can taste the strawberry, you can taste the blueberry, and you can taste the blackberry. Now, would I personally put blackberry with lemonade? No. I would put I would go insane. I would go acai berry. My apologies. I would go with blueberry. I would go with strawberry. The most I will go is raspberry, right? Because they're all berries. A blackberry is too sour. You already have the lemonade, but at the same time, the lemonade is sweet in itself. So, you know, because you want to differentiate every single taste. You want to have on your tongue. Okay, I'm a fan of the berry. I'm a fan of the lemonade, so I can taste both. This is not bad. This is really good. This is really good. I don't know why. I think it's because of this guy. Maybe this is Jones. Holy shit. That would be so cool. That would be so cool. I picture myself go to a and again, this is so dumb. This is so dumb. I've watched too many of the 90s movie. My apologies. I'm picturing myself go to an event, to an X game event or to a skateboarding competition. I also just watched the Real Bros of Simi Valley. So that doesn't help with Bryce. Yo. I'm picturing myself going to an event and this is being the product that they're selling. Not even selling, they're just giving it away because they're like, yo, this is one of the sponsors. And you see the athlete talk about, I'm drinking Jones. There's just a very sports element to it, right? And I love that. I absolutely love that. And if I was going to an event and they would serve me that, I would be like, yo, this is pretty good. This is pretty nice. And I say I'm surprised. Do I love it? No. I'll be completely honest. I think it's good. I think it's great. But in the back of my mind, I'm talking about other energy drink that I would like more. So I don't love it when I'm comparing to others, but the product on its own, as a entity, as a unique entity, it's actually pretty good. I would buy this again. Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. And I feel bad saying I don't love it, but it's just because I'm so used to other, like, for example, Celsius, for example, Monster, for example, Red Bull. I drank a Red Bull yesterday with zero sugar, and it was better than this. Does that mean that this is bad? No, it doesn't mean that. Red Bull has been doing energy drink for, at this point, decades. I hope you have a good product. Otherwise, what the hell are you doing? Jonah, I'm surprised if I can. I'm gonna try to find www.jones.soda.com. Okay, so it's American. Canada. Okay. It's from Seattle. Oh, that's nice. Washington, Seattle. Not recommended. 2 serving. You can buy two. You can drink two of those a day. You keep on seeing me looking at this, but because we're having the sunrise, so it's gonna be beautiful. It'll be beautiful sunrise. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. I love doing this and then this because this doesn't make any freaking sense. Except if you're like a 90s movie where there's a dance competition, then I sort of see it, but otherwise I don't. Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. Welcome to the show. Continuing off, having a wonderful day on this, drum roll please, on this 21st August 2025. Today we're doing something that's quite nice. You can see the sunrise behind me, which is quite gorgeous. We are doing a tower talk and doing some Jones and uploading clips because why not? The reason why we're doing a tower talk today is, again, to apologize. I fucked up, and I fucked up badly. So the plan. Look at this. This is actually really freaking nice. The plan was to wait until, because yesterday I had a concert, but it's not a concert that I chose. So for example, I live in a city, the city to bring people together, to bring people, to celebrate the city itself. They have concerts, so you go there. With the concert, it's actually quite nice because you're seeing the band and you just enjoy the show. And what I like to do is I like to have, for example, the crown on the road. The crown, I'm gonna do the tournament, right? And then what I'll do, I'll make sure that the shield and the sword are there, and I'll do a tournament while streaming, for example, Elden Ring. Yesterday, I gotta be honest, we streamed Elden Ring for 6 hours and a half. I got the file in front of me. 6 hours and a half, and we didn't do the tournament again because I was waiting for the concert. So then I left because I was gonna be late to the concert, always at the last second. Okay, you have to see this. This is beautiful. This is really nice. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be out of focus, but this is really nice. This is really, really nice. Bro, life is good. Life is freaking good. It's nuts because I feel bad I left the tower. I feel bad I didn't do the tournament, but again, do I really feel bad? Not really, because I was watching a concert. I was out there. I was in real life, so a bit of a mood point. So I'm sorry that we don't have a tournament. Now, why am I truly sorry? Well, because Power Stone are only obtained via cash and tournament. Well, there is some milestone, but it's not a lot. You cannot buy much with the milestone stone. I don't know if you can even buy one. I don't know if you can even buy one of the ultimate weapon. However, with the AS mods, assistant mods, this is gonna be super important. By the way, this is the second part of the video. This is the AS mod. So I asked my guild for people what it is. Early morning. Okay. The name of the guy in my guild, this game sucks. I wish he had a different name because I do like the game, but it's funny. So I asked any info on Asmod. Each assist costs 1k stone to unlock, 1,000 stone to unlock, which I gotta say, it's not that bad. And isn't that bad? You think 4,000? It's not that bad. If you have an ancestral mod, you use it as assist, but and use it as an assist. But your assist level is only epic. It will use the epic effect instead of ancestral. So ancestral with ancestral sub effect are used, but only a percentage of them. You can upgrade with stone to make. Okay. Okay. So for example, I have okay. For example, this one, Ancestral Reactor, I have got 60 coin per wave. I got max recovery. I got 3 recovery amount. Okay, that's good. Okay. So assistant mod is more substats, if I guess. It doesn't stone. I mean, listen, it isn't that bad. It isn't that much. And again, I'm not choosing the right one. So I do like this. Stone gonna be more important. Now, in itself, just adding more mods renders the gem useful. This season, this update wasn't great. Wasn't great in itself, but at the same time, hey, we got some new stuff, and maybe the AS mod is something that we like. And I'm gonna say AS mod. I love that people yesterday was complaining about the new mission. And people were like, because I'm on Reddit, and a lot of people were complaining on Reddit. I like Reddit because, for some reason, it's less politicized than. There's less policies than on Discord. On Discord, they're in charge of the server. On Reddit, they're not in charge of the server. I don't think there are. So, you know, there's no. But then also, there's more people complaining, you know? But hey, that's pretty much it. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink, kiss your boy, show. You're doing well because you're having a wonderful day on this 21st August 2025. Today, we're starting our day very, very simply. We're doing something that is kind of cool. I'm sick as a dog, guys. I am sick as a dog. So this is less cool, of course. But, you know what is cool? This video today. I mentioned a couple of days ago that I felt like my life was an idol, right? And it's thanks to someone called Trista that I realized why I was saying that. My life, is it my life idol? No, because we're making content every single day. We're having fun, but it's just this part of routine, and it's insane because this year I played it so safe. For example, last year in the winter we had a depression because we were not able to go out as much as we used to. So this year what I did to counterbalance is I didn't go out as much. Now, is that a good plan? I don't know. Is it gonna stop us from being depressed? I don't know. I don't think so, but holy shit, is it cloudy today? I hope there's no rain. Cause I gotta pick up my new phone. Well, my old phone, but it's new because it's repaired. So I'm excited about that. So yes, we played safe. I could have worked way more this summer, but again, last summer what happened is I got a depression. I got a burnout because, well, okay, technically speaking, the burnout started in fall and lasted all through the winter. And it got worse as the winter came in, but still not that bad. So, so it's kind of nuts because I played so safe. But then she was telling me about a good show because we're reviewing Prison Break right now. And if I'm being honest, Prison Break, is it good? Yes, it's good. Do I enjoy it? I do enjoy it. But you know what I miss? And it's gonna be so stupid. I miss the morning that are so cold that you're literally seeing smoke, or and there's a special word for it. You're literally seeing smoke out of my mouth when I'm talking. You know what I was reviewing by then? Dexter. And I miss that. I really, really, really miss that. So because we play it safe, it feels more idle. I think subconsciously last year, we knew that what we were doing were dangerous. We knew that what we were doing was not healthy. I think that we knew what we were doing was the big sacrifices. And I think this year, by playing it safer, we did do the sacrifices. And I think that's what I meant with my life as an idol. Not necessarily a bad thing, but not necessarily a good thing. I miss going the extra mile. I miss going above and beyond what I should do. You know? And ultimately speaking, I'm going to be very, very honest, very transparent, very vulnerable in front of you. Ah, no, that's so dumb. I shouldn't say that, but fuck it. If this works and I get a community, which I already have, let's say bigger community, if I start making enough to survive with this, it's not about money, but it's about survival. It's not about money, but it's about being able to have a dream, but also being able to survive thanks to that dream. We went to a show yesterday. In that show, the guy was talking about how he used to play in Metro and now he's on stage. And it was a beautiful thing. He took risks playing the Metro. He could have not worked. There's probably nights he went hungry, right? With how much I worked last year, with sacrifices we made last year, literally sacrificed our mental health last year. If I was to succeed, I would be proud. Because I was like, we made sacrifices for a reason. Right now, honestly, I am not able to say that I'm proud of myself. I'm not able to say that I'm proud of sacrifices. You know? Right now, we're thinking about getting a job. I miss working. I miss literally going to work. I miss having a boss. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I miss having a boss. I miss being in a cafeteria that's loud, where people talking about shit that don't even concern me, that don't even interest me, talking in language that I don't even understand. I miss it. Now, why is that bad? Why is that a bad thing? It's not a bad thing. It's a great thing. That's normal life. Why is it a bad thing? Because last year I didn't have that. Last year I was like, I don't care. I want to make content. Is it because I'm doubting myself? Is it because I don't believe in the dream anymore? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Dumpling is doing welcome to the show. Doing Wops are having a wonderful day on this 21st August 2025. This is another Tower Talk today. This is another apologies. There's a 4 hours video, 4 hours and 52 minutes of The Crown that doesn't exist. I was a dumbass. I uploaded the file on YouTube, didn't check if it was fully processed, delete the video. So now it's posted, but it's processing. And then what they'll do is they'll say, oh, we've been in processing because it took too long. They did that. So I'm talking about this. Now, for the second part, you are seeing me right now, and this is dumb, because you are seeing me right now through some tier 2 and tier 3. Now, what am I trying to do? Is that very simple. I know that tier 3 for Sword and Shield is about 4 hours each. So I'm measuring the time that it takes me to complete a run. Now, why are we checking the time that it takes to complete a run? It's super simple. Again, if I'm going to work or if I'm going to sleep, now that I have this in the background, I know that this is not enough. So this is basically why we're doing it. Is it the smartest thing to do? No. The smartest thing to do would be to go back to tier 1 and just see, okay, well, this is how much it takes. But at the same time, I want to test it out. Because tier 1 we already have the milestone, so technically speaking there's no point in doing tier 1 anymore. Tier 2 we already have the milestone, so technically speaking there's no point in doing tier 2. Tier 3 we ended up at 3,700 and we ended up at 4,300, so we're really close. Now at the same time I feel bad because one of the labs that we're doing is for perks. And why do I feel bad? Well, it's pretty simple. I feel bad because two of my labs are for lab count, discount, and lab speed, which are pretty normal. And one of my lab is for perks, and the two others are respectively for what they have. So I do feel bad about that. But at the same time, when I'm done with the perks, this is gonna be done. There's so much more though. Like I need to do the perks ranking choice, then I do the perk option, then I have to do the banned perks, and then when I'm finished, I'll be able to do more perks power, more perk percentage, and it's gonna be huge because when I'm gonna be able to do that, oh, sky is the limit. Sky is the freaking limit. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Okay. And so did I. This is not bad. This is not bad. We're at 93.94. 93.94. Holy. That's huge. 93.94. You're literally seeing the crane work. How nice is that? How nice is that? And a third tower talk. Today I just had the best of news. I was looking at my labs because again, we're doing a lot now. Of course, the crown and shield, the sword and shield, aren't that good. For example, lab for sword is 74.74. Now, if you know of the towers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Lab speed and lab discount. What? This is dumb. It took it out. Oh, ink. Fuck. It took it out. Lab and Queen are 74 for shield again. Now for crown, my lab speed is at 94, and my lab Queen discount is at 93. So possibly the month of September, and we're done with the labs, and then it's gonna be crazy because we'll have 5 labs to do. I'll possibly do bots. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Should I go for offense? Should I go for defense? I don't know. The possibilities are limitless. Wow. Okay. I am tired of doing the same thing. Merci Leonardo. Merci, bro. Don't let's wash the rain. The two. C'est quoi? Bon. What you know about life? Not a lot. Feeling so bagel. too. Uh-huh. I love this. Aw. That's freaking... What's his name? From whom? Stranger Things.
How expensive cooking was before I started living on my own. But normally, a full week of cooking for us and like eating can normally set us back anywhere between like 300 to 400, okay? And
please tell these people Canadian. That's like $200. Every single time people over here talk like, and they're like, oh my god, it costs like and this much dollars. I have to remind myself that this is like Canadian dollars, and Canadian dollars is just big time dog. So every single time someone's like, oh my god, I just spent like $5,000 over here, they only spend like 2-point-something grand. Can we please normalize speaking in like USD or euros? Because this is so confusing.
so listen.
What are you guys talking about?
Cooler. Daddy is here, we're here, and Mommy's here.
Nice.
For anyone who is old enough, like me, to remember what life was like before the internet and YouTube took over and video games became mainstream, movies were God. I don't even know if the Oscars even happened this year. The last time they were ever relevant was Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, and if he didn't do that, no one would have known the Oscars were on. But before that, the Oscars in like 2014 or something, they kind of looked like just world-class professionals. You know, these guys were top of their line at entertaining. But if you look at the 1990s, the Oscars have a very different vibe, man. If you look at the 90s, the Oscars almost feel like demigod royalty. The vibe is like, it's almost like there's a magic to it. Christopher Walken sitting next to Robert De Niro, sitting next to Al Pacino, sitting next to Meryl Streep, sitting next to Anthony Hopkins, sitting next to like Harrison Ford, Tommy Lee Jones. It was just like famous. Like everyone was ultra famous just sitting next to each other. Now I look at the Oscars now, I have
no idea. Yeah, same, bro. Same, bro. Salut! C'est ton chumming, je pense bien. C'est pas une belle journée en ce 21 août 2025. Oui. Une vidéo en français. Il est tôt en tabarnouche, il est 6h30 du matin. Mais aujourd'hui, on travaille, fait qu'on fait des vidéos avant de travailler. Ça fait du sens, j'espère. Aujourd'hui, je vais parler d'une situation qui est assez vraiment cool. Un petit peu d'auto, je m'embrasse les fesses, d'auto, je suis le meilleur, d'auto love, comme on dirait en bon français. Premièrement, je pense que la vidéo doit commencer avec un bonjour, ça va bien. Deuxièmement, je pense que la vidéo doit continuer avec un merci, la ville de la Chine, l'arrondissement de la Chine, la ville de Montréal, l'arrondissement qui contient Ville-Saint-Pierre, la Chine et Dorval pour les événements. La raison pourquoi, hier, on a fait la dernière show, on a fait le dernier spectacle musical, qui était en fait les pique-niques musicales du mercredi. Surtout les mercredis pendant 7 semaines, qui est en fait presque 2 mois. Il y avait un concert, il y avait... écoutez, moi j'en ai juste vu 2, c'est pas vrai. J'en ai vu 4, mais j'ai foiré. Le premier, je savais pas que ça existait. Le deuxième, je suis venu à 8h. Quand je pensais que c'était à 7h, je pensais que c'était à 8h. Je suis venu à 8h. Le deuxième, qui était Wally. Wally, j'ai vraiment trippé. Des gars de Saint-Michel, c'était vraiment nice. Le 4e spectacle. Je sais pas pourquoi, j'ai figé. Je suis venu à 8h. Là, c'est comme, oh non, ça 7h, je me rappelle. Puis hier, Alex Burger. Puis, sincèrement, je pense que c'est une belle initiative. Je pense que c'est quelque chose qui met les gens de la Chine ensemble. Mais surtout avec la capacité de spectacle. Je pensais toujours qu'il faut aller au centre-ville. Je pensais toujours que la Chine c'est trop petit pour des spectacles. Mais cette année, on a été choyés. On a eu des spectacles pour les festivités de la Chine. On a eu la Saint-Jean, la Fête du Canada, qui est normal en fait. Mais on a aussi tout ça. Maintenant, pourquoi on s'auto-bravo? Parce que je suis pas un gars qui sort beaucoup. Je pense à apparaître dans mon visage, dans ma façon de parlerion, que je ne sors pas beaucoup. Tu comprends? Pourquoi? Parce que je suis un gars qui est très, très indépendant. Je suis un gars qui est très, très autosuffisant. Je peux donner un conseil pour avoir du bon temps, tu sais. Je suis assez débrouillard, je suis assez... je suis capable de m'entretenir tout seul, tu vois. Mais, je dis ça, je dis rien. Il y a quand même la situation qui se passe présentement. Puis la situation qui se passe présentement, c'est assez simple. La situation qui se passe présentement, c'est que cette année, j'ai vraiment fait l'effort d'aller plus loin. De vraiment vous montrer ma ville. Parce que je suis une petite ville, il y a pas beaucoup de monde qui font des archives de qu'est-ce qui se passe à la Chine. Moi, j'en fais. Cette année, on est allé... en fait, qu'est-ce que je vais faire, c'est que... Je pense dans le côté de l'autodépendance, je pense que il y a beaucoup d'égophobie là-dedans. Je pense qu'il y a beaucoup de gêne là-dedans. Pourquoi ça c'est dehors, je connais pas les gens, je veux pas avoir de fun, tu vois. Aussi bien rester à la maison, me faire un film, je vais me faire du fun, je vais prendre des popcorn, une popcorn, un bon verre de vin. Ça va être bien correct, tu comprends? Fait que... j'ai commencé à faire du contenu il y a 4 ans, 2021. Première année, je fais aucun. Parce que, attention là, je filme pas ma face. Je filmais juste les jeux vidéo. Deuxième année. Je suis tellement gêné, puis ça c'est une vraie histoire. Ça existe encore. Deuxième année, je suis tellement timide, ok? Que je vais aux fêtes de la Saint-Jean. Mais que je suis pas dans la salle. Je suis quelque part d'autre. Je suis à côté. T'entends la musique, mais tu vois pas la scène. T'entends la musique, mais t'es pas là. Puis je suis allé pour les feux d'artifice. Faites Canada la même chose. L'an passé, je me rends sur la Saint-Jean. La Fête Canada, je le fais. Je suis dans la foule, je m'amuse. C'est fun. Cette année, même chose. Cette année aussi, on a fait les spectacles. On a fait pyrotechnie au parc Saint-Michel. On a fait 4 spectacles pour les pique-niques musicales. On a fait les fêtes de la Chine, on a fait les fêtes de la Saint-Jean, Canada. C'est ça quasiment qu'on a fait. Tu comprends? C'est pas incroyable. Sauf que, vraiment, on a mis un peu plus d'effort sur la vraie vie, sur mon quartier, mon entourage. Qu'est-ce qui fait que j'habite ici? Qu'est-ce qui m'influence? Je pense que la ville où est-ce que t'es né, je pense que la famille où est-ce que t'as... Je pense que, en fait, plus simplement parlant, je pense que tes parents vont t'influencer beaucoup. Je pense que tes amis vont avoir des parents qui vont t'influencer beaucoup. Je pense que l'influence commune, c'est les valeurs de la cité. C'est que si t'es, je sais pas moi, j'écoutais Dexter aujourd'hui, puis il parlait de Miami, puis à quel point il y avait beaucoup de Cubains à Miami. Puis la culture de Cuba était vraiment présente. Fait que les valeurs qui étaient prisées par les gens qui viennent de Cuba étaient présentes à Miami. Tu comprends? C'est quoi les valeurs de la Chine? Je sais pas. Mais on a vu ça, puis je suis très content de moi. Puis en fait, je voulais encore dire merci à la Chine d'avoir fait ça. Parce que il y a une espèce de volonté de ma part d'être plus inclus dans qu'est-ce qui se passe. Mais aussi, ça dérange pas que je suis inclus s'il y a rien qui se passe. Tu vois? Puis c'est pas mal ça. Anyway, je vous aime. Passez une belle journée. Ciao. Ok.
Ma page.
If you haven't... Excuse
Too small.
I'm really fatigued recently.
Panky.
Huh?
Panky.
Pancake?
Yes.
You want pancakes for breakfast?
Yes.
Okay, I'm down. Let me drink this coffee first, okay?
Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm really fatigued recently.
Panky.
Huh?
Panky.
Pancake?
Yes.
You want pancakes for breakfast?
Yes.
Okay, I'm down. Let me drink this coffee first, okay?
Now,
Pour une zone.
what?
Everything I say is the truth. Make her disappear.
And
Who in the hell
I prefer old. Whoa. Prefer old.
Look, 10 minutes ago.
Old. What's it called? By the way.
You're just posting that.
All my niggas.
Montréal! Oh boy. Aujourd'hui, on...
Hey lovelies, this is a per.
So before I can say what shape.
Same people. You see same people posting all the time.
My name's Rick. Guess a little mess. I don't hang with jealous.
I would never apologize for.
Acataria.
Mama didn't raise.
Thanks for being understanding. Okay. Work, bro. Work. Okay. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome for Couture Show. Because I'm doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day. As you can tell, we are sick. So not a good time. Not a good time at all. But hey, we're gonna, you know what? We're gonna make the best out of the best. And the worst will have to wait. So, without further ado, I present to you the video of the day, which is, of course, drumroll please, Prison Break. Now, we did restart the computer, so what I need to do is a couple of search to find it. Why didn't I do it before? Because I like to do these when I do my intro. I get to talk to you guys. I get to ask how y'all doing. How y'all doing? Something about saying y'all is very, very fun. I still haven't found in secret the page, but we're looking. So how you guys doing? You doing good? How's life been treating you? I hope well. I hope y'all are having a wonderful morning, day, afternoon. By the way, we're also uploading to YouTube and TikTok, so if it's taking more time than usual, well, your boy is doing more work than usual. And you shouldn't be rushed when you're doing something nice, should you? Now, we're done uploading, so now we can pretend like we were looking since the very beginning. Oh yeah. I was trying so hard. And guess what? We found it. So today, I got a lot of batteries, got a lot of energy. However, could use some more. Jones, I'm making a video, bruh. So today, we're reviewing. Since we got a lot of time, I'm gonna try to do 3 videos. Because if I could do 3, I would be so freaking happy. And if I could do 2, I would feel like I didn't choose you. However, later on today, I might do some more. And now it's not working. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's cold outside. It's mad cold outside, bruh. Oopsies. Shit. We're too loud. So one too many. Now this is already episode 11 out of how much? 22. So we're already halfway through the first season, which is an eighth of what I have to do. Prison Break. Michael is built a machine for evaluating the time that they have for evading. It's Westmoreland joined the groups. Westmoreland is, I feel like, CPAT. So this is actually quite simple. First thing that we have is a reminder of yesterday, which is kind of funny. We got it's kind of cool because it sucks because it's kind of cool, but it sucks because we're seeing more of Sarah and Michael. Now, I gotta say, the whole thing feels pointless. The whole thing feels like it's one bad dream. It's always Michael and Sarah. Then they fight, then they get back together, then they fight, then they get back together, then they fight. But in this case, it's actually quite nice because it does show just how hard Michael worked. And again, I think what I didn't really picture in the beginning, again, because I didn't see the show in a while, is you're literally trying to show that Michael, who was using Sarah in the beginning, is falling in love with her. So there has to be this flirtation, there has to be these banters. If it was too easy, Michael would be like, yo, I know I fell in love with you, but I cannot explain to you why. Now the scene that we have, and also the importance of the show. For example, we don't know every single PI lesson. We don't see every single time that they have to dig the hole. There's a lot of things that we don't see. We don't see every single little battle that they have. And this is not important because at the same time, we have this narrative. Possibly Michael and Sarah, or more than the Prison Break, and a show called Prison Break, kind of insane. But if that's what the writer want to do, that's what they want to do. So we had a good scene between Michael and Sarah, which sucks because right after, Michael will bring his wife there. We see this is actually a really cool. For a whole show, this is really cool. So we have the agent that found them, and he wants to look as hurt as possible. So what he does is he uses sandpaper, and he sand his own face. And the next one is what? Sandpaper using on the wall. So that I actually really enjoyed. This is really cool. Now, Teabag is having a problem. Everybody, CPAT who's joining up. Now, this is kind of problematic because CPAT wasn't part of the plan. Tio wasn't part of the plan. So Tio does some racist remark. And then CPAT answers like, why did Abrusi doesn't work? Now, here where it gets complicated. Michael, in his original plan, we don't know how many people he had, right? If he had 2, if he had 3. If he had 2, then how fast are they willing to destroy the ground? Versus if they have 7. It's a lot faster if there's 7, you know? But there is some hostility in the group. Each and every single one show is 40 minutes, that's not bad. So we got Bellic and the wife of Michael. This is problematic because she's not really his wife. She's a hooker. He gave her a green card. She's going to give him a credit card. However, this is the ramification, which is important. Bellic knows her. So Bellic is like, yo, I met you somewhere. You got Sarah who see the wife. And she's like, yo, this guy is a liar. This guy is a piece of shit. We got more of the battle. But this is kind of cool because, see, for example, right? For example, let me rewatch that a little bit. Good. So basically, what more people becomes, there's more problems, there's more frustration. What I do like here is nobody has a problem with CPAT. Nobody has a problem with CPAT. Nobody has a problem with Tio. And again, in a game where everybody is trying to bring something, the more that weight you have, the more it's felt. So they're trying to think that Michael, and at the same time, it's like, yo, how come you keep bringing people in? Do you really have a plan? That is something that is super cool because they're basically trusting a guy to get them out of there, but they don't know the person. So this is kind of nuts. So Sucre tells him, well, you have the credit card, you'll get stuck. Then we see that Michael had a security card, and we even saw that he had a lot of time to do the programming of this card. Now, he goes into his personal effect, where he has this watch. This watch is very, very special because he had, which is actually crazy. A special ring picked out and a special credit card picked out. Both of these had a purpose. That ring is using a very conductor metal. So the plan is he have this watch that has a big batteries. And what he's going to do is he's going to put it on a timer. Now, what he's going to put is kind of like a landmine. So he'll put it, and each of the time that a guard passes, he'll be able to record the sound. And when the thing stops, okay, well, there's a lot of guard that pass. We have how much time? We have 18 minutes. This is kind of cool. And this is where you see that he's trying to involve Sucre, but he isn't able to. Right? And he isn't able to because, for example, I can explain to Sucre, but Sucre just doesn't know. Which sucks because Michael is a genius, and being a genius is pretty lonely. We see Veronica and Nick, and they have the agent, and he's like, please help me. And Nick is like, no, we gotta help him. And then this is so cool because Veronica is like, remember the guy who helped us get into the apartment? Remember the guy who opened the door? Remember the guy that sacrificed himself so we could be alive? I'm not gonna let it happen twice. Because of that, she's more helpful towards the agent. Because she's more helpful towards the agent, it's a problem. Now, here's the crazy part. In this one, the agent has a clear motive. But it's not as simple as Slenderman. Slenderman is, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you. These guys having more fun. So, it's a mess.
Don't you hurt them.
But you gotta tell me exactly what they know.
It's a mess because this guy feels a lot more evil than Netherman and the others. Why is it a mess? Is he classic? Okay, let's put it like that, right? He's a classic villain. Letterman and Ale are villains in the story because they're trying to frame Lincoln, and Lincoln is one of the main characters. Understood. Okay, cool. However, Ale becomes a good guy. Letterman has some restriction. For example, LJ is gonna come and kill him. And instead of going to defend himself, he's like, yo, LJ, you're not gonna do shit, bro. You're not gonna do shit. Put the gun down before somebody gets hurt. You know, Letterman doesn't feel like the biggest bad guys. This guy is unreliable, and also, what makes a good show is, okay, so I'm gonna spoil it for you guys. I'm gonna very, very much spoil it for you guys. Letterman is a good villain. There's another guy, another agent, and this agent is a lot better. He's a great actor, a very good actor, right? And in Prison Break, the villains are nice. Ultimately speaking, the villains are the company, but the company we don't care because they're not there. Take another show. We just finished watching Lost. The show we're Lost. The villain is John, and we love John. Take the show that we watched before. The villain we were watching Dexter. I miss Dexter. I want to watch Dexter again. Take Dexter. Who's a bad guy? It's fucking Dexter, bro. I mean, so now it feels bad because we got Tweener and DB, right? So DB is contemplating going out and not going out. See, the last thing he did was against Bellic, right? But it's so complex because technically speaking, he helped Michael out by burning the PI, which is number one. Number two, doesn't mean that he wants to escape. So yes, I help you out, yes, I'm friendly towards you guys, but I'm not gonna do the trick with you. Now, there's Tweener. Tweener feels bad. So Tweener is very complex. Tweener, Michael asked DB, hey, somebody stole my watch. And he was like, rumor has it that this guy has sticky finger. Sticky finger is expression to use that, but he steals. So he asked Tweener, I need you to steal a watch for me. And then Tweener is like, yo, if I do that for you guys, it'll make me a PI. Now, technically speaking, this is where Tweener... See, this is why the show is so good. Michael is a new inmate, but he has people inside. Tweener is a new inmate, but he doesn't have anybody. When you're looking at PI, he's looking to join a crew. The blacks don't like him, the whites don't like him. Looking to join a crew, right? He's not even looking to escape, which is kind of cool. In here, it does feel very bad because Tweener is like, Michael is like, yo, if you steal this watch, there's gonna be a prize for you. And Tweener's like, yo, yo, dude, I'm a join PI. He's like, we'll think about it. And then at the end, he ends up stealing the watch, and Michael doesn't give him anything in return. So Michael kind of fucked him over. However, Michael did protect him against Teabag. So technically speaking, Tweener hold him. So then, this is just... This is just bad. You got the government was just trying to pick at them, but it feels more like torture than anything else, and it feels like unjustified torture. You got Tweener who's doing some rap, which is actually pretty cool. So that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing where Michael says, "Yo, you get me this watch, right?" So this is actually pretty cool. You got one of the most important scene ever. Now this is very much so a problem. So DB, okay? Now this is where the show gets complex, and this is where the show gets good. By the way, you don't want to see the sunrise? So the whole thing, like, first of all, Michael, the worst thing that he did was lie to Tweener. Now, this is possibly also the reason as to why. he wants DB to leave, and he's like, "Yo, I'm not gonna leave. I'm not gonna leave. I'm not gonna leave." So Michael kind of give up. There's a possibility that he. The heck? And we're back. Sorry about this. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the wrong button. So, yeah, I'm so sorry. So we got a very, very important scene. And again, I think this is a scene that kind of exalted Michael. So we have DB Cooper that see the Pope. The Pope says, "Listen, I'm sorry to say that, but your daughter is very sick. She doesn't have a long time. And DB's like, yeah, but since it's such a bad period of time, you guys are gonna not allow me to see her. And the Pope's like, no, I tried, bro. I cannot do anything for you. So this will give the Pope, this will give DB a reason to, will give him a reason to, how do I say this? To want to escape. Now, DB was a no. There's a chance that Michael had Tweener join the crew because DB said no, and they had a spot. Now, ultimately speaking, is it said in the show? No. Is it specified in the show? No. So I don't know. So we have the scene where Tweener comes in and he's seen stealing the watch, which is actually pretty cool. We got the governor, and it's nuts because it's more torture. This guy is just straight up cruel. He's just straight up cruel. And what they do, which is actually kind of cool, is they trap him in a hole. Why is that kind of cool? Because this guy was straight up evil. Would you do that to Letterman? I don't know. So it was kind of nice. DB comes in, gives the watch to Michael, a gift from his cellie. We learn that DB and Tweener are cellmates, which is cool because DB will not take advantage of Tweener. Tweener is a young guy, you want to protect the young guy. He's like a younger brother. So DB's like, yo, I want to be part of it. And Michael's like, yeah, but you're not DB Cooper. I need DB Cooper. And DB gives a bill of cash from the bank. Now, why is that important? Well, because he studied the case in and out, he knows that the serial number of the bills. That's kind of important. LJ leaves, and then he has the gun. Now, the important part is, this is so fucked up. The governmental guy got neighbors. Look at this. I think it's old truck. It's the tree. And yeah, oh, he's dreaming. So yeah, what is kind of cool is the agent's such a piece of shit that he put him in the hole. And they blow the hole. Agent is such a piece of shit that he calls Hale and Letterman and like, nah, fuck you, we're not gonna help you. So sign of revenge, what he does is he writes the name of the two agents for Project Justice, which is absolutely phenomenal. Michael hides the device, which is kind of important. They use the device and they decide that they have 18 minutes. They decide that they have 18 minutes, which is a certain amount of time to get to the infirmary. They say it's 2 minutes per people. They say there's too many people. Now, of course, the first one to go is going to be Teabag. But it sucks because Tweener didn't make the list. Maybe there was 2 more people, you know? So Bellick goes to a strip club, and then he goes to see Nina, which is Michael's wife. And he tells him what is the truth, what happened. And then Nina tell him, like, yo, she betrays Michael. And people are going to be like, yo, she didn't betray Michael, but she did. I'm going to be very, very blunt here. She tells Bellick what Michael asked her to do. But like, yeah, but Bellick was going to send her back out to the country. Yeah, but who got her in the country was Michael. If it wasn't for Michael, the guy you're betraying, you wouldn't be here. You understand? So yeah, Michael goes in. If there's too many people, DB proves that it is the right person. Sarah confronts Michael and says, yo, guess what? I know you're married. And Michael tells her it's more whatchamacallit. It's more complicated than that. Now, the cool thing is that it's actually phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. Because the cool thing is, how do I say this? Sarah's like, yo, I understand that you want to flirt, but you didn't have to go as far as you did if you're married. I don't even care that you're married, but you went too far and you made me have feelings. So you realize that Sarah's also human, right? But again, we got the cops. It's super funny because Letterman spit on the guy just to show how much he hates him. Again, it's an opportunity for hell to say, listen, we're going too far. Which we get, bro. We get you're not as involved as he is. Again, we know that there's one too many people. This is how the episode ends. There's one too many people. So got season 1, episode 12, Redemption. Wait, is that it? No, that's not it. There's a whole episode of backstory, which is great. Lincoln warns Michael that a member of the group has to be put aside. Abruzzi warns they're gonna kill Teabag if he doesn't leave the group. So nobody wants to leave the group, but Abruzzi is like, yo, I'm gonna kill Teabag. I'm gonna rid the world of this evil. And then it's tough. Because this is why. Like Abruzzi, but at the same time, it's such a shady plot. Because I'm gonna kill Teabag if this is one too many. And then John is gonna find John Abruzzi. Gonna find God, which is a great thing because possibly Italian, possibly very religious, but at the same time, dude, this is not the moment right now, and you're putting the whole planet in danger for a belief, which is great, but a belief that you didn't have in your whole entire life. So we have Michael doing more and more. See, this is the craziest thing. People are asking Michael, do you work as much as you pretend you do? And Michael is literally always working, which is great. For example, he's gonna be using a button. This is so cool. Look at this. This is so cool. He's working very hard. He has a rope. He has everything in here, and it's kind of nuts because how do I put this? I wanted more moments with Michael working. You know, the breaking the floor is good because of the banter. Does it lead us somewhere? No. So now we have Teabag calling his cousin to say, hey, listen, I'm gonna be escaping. Here's the plan, and if it doesn't go well, tell the Pope. Because he knows that he's the other one out. So this is Teabag being smart. Teabag is very smart. Now, CPAT listens to Lincoln, and that's kind of crazy because CPAT listened to Michael and Lincoln talk. He's like, yo, I know there's one too many people, right? And then this is such an important scene. It's a beautiful scene. I love that scene. So everybody, when they say there's one too many, everybody looks at Teabag and say, fuck you. But then Teabag's like, no, I don't think so. To my cousin, see? And if it doesn't work, I'm gonna tell the whole plan to the Pope. So we need to have him. He have a contingency. CPAT is telling Sucre what I told you before. So he tells you, hey, you think Michael tells you everything? And Sucre, who has his back, is like, yeah, he tells me everything. And then CPAT tells him, guess what he tells him? Guess what he tells him? I bet you he tells you things like, the less you know, the better. And Sucre kind of doubts Michael a little bit. So that's super cool. They go to Veronica and Nick, they go to the hospital, but then there's a bullet. So Nick's like, no, don't take me to the hospital, they're gonna call the cops. Why did you go to the hospital then? It's so dumb. Then Sarah and Michael, which is kind of sad because it's always an in and out. But in this one, it's not like she's pissed at him. She's hurt. He hurts her feeling. And when you're mad, you're like, oh, chill. But then you hurt her feelings, you feel bad, right? So yeah, the next one. See, now the sun is going up, so we have to continue inside. Abruzzi, who is starting to believe in God. Now, this is the cool thing. Abruzzi, you see, he's talking to Lincoln. Why is that a cool thing? Well, because Abruzzi didn't talk to Lincoln before. Abruzzi didn't want to work with Lincoln before. This is an evolution. Yeah, the sun is too strong. I'm gonna have to go in. Because it's very important for me to be able to see the screen. Like I said, I'm a visual learner. I'm kind of cheating. I don't have all of these scenes memorized. But when I see the scene, I'm like, okay, yeah. I remember around that time what he says. For example, the thing with CPAT. I remember what he said because to me it was important. Now, is every single scene as important as this one? No. So I don't remember everything. By the way, a little bit of a break, but today we're beating the game Elden Ring. So I'm extremely excited about that. Na 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 na. Sur la route, pa-da-pa-dum-bum. Don't worry, I'll take off this because it's noisy, right? There you go. Okay, good. So now we have his cousin. My cousin, and the whole thing with John needs this scene, which is kind of bad but kind of good. So it needs the scene of they kill the kid for John to be like, oh, we went too far. And because we went too far, John has to fix it. So, my apologies. And this one is actually quite nice. So we got, what is that?
Follow his lead. You want the trifecta today.
Trifecta is Nick. Trifecta is Veronica. Trifecta is LJ. I don't remember who they're putting in the ground. You're not gonna show me, huh?
You remember, be patient.
I forgot who is the funeral for.
Yeah. There yet? Almost. You remember, be patient. Follow his
Lead.
You want the trifecta today.
Well, I don't remember what it is. So then, sorry about this. The phone is such a freaking mess. So this is where they tell John, like, yo, we killed the boy. The father used the son as a shield. And John asked him what age and what is the sex of the baby. The reason as to why is he literally has a kid that age. Sucre finally see Maricruz. And this is insane because this is one of the biggest reveal in the show.
Hi.
Maricruz.
I came here.
It's a shame, but it's one of the most beautiful scenes. So she tells him that she has a baby. She tells him that she has a baby, but he's not gonna be there. And he tells her, and she tells him, like, listen, Carlos doesn't mind raising your baby. You like Carlos. Carlos is a good dude. He's gonna be raising your baby. He's like, please don't do that. I need you. You understand? Okay, perfect. That's good. So, basically speaking, this is gonna be, see, this is kind of nonsensical. This is kind of hard to understand. It's kind of hard to believe. Doesn't make a lot of sense. But basically, CPAT telling Sucre to be more careful is a scene that plays in his mind when Maricruz is gonna put more pressure on it. You know, this is gonna important. The funeral was actually for the funeral was actually for LJ's parents. I'm not connected to the internet. The heck? Okay, I'm not connected to the internet. Bullshit. Okay, give me a sec. Sorry about this, guys. Sorry about this. Okay, good. Good. Perfect. So yeah, so LJ's mom is being put in here so that way that's important because we know that LJ is gonna be there. Sucre asks Michael, "Yo, why you don't tell me? This is important." John sees a thing of mold and he thinks it's a second coming of Christ. It kind of looks like a crucifix, to be honest, which is nice. Not a crucifix. What is a crown of thorn? There's a word for that. There's a crown of thorn. So John has little vision about his son is one in the coffin. So what happened is this is very smart. So they see LJ, and instead of killing LJ, what they do is they're going they follow him back to the hospital, which is really good. The warden tells Theodore about his cousin being dead, the cousin that was supposed to see the plan. So he got killed the same day he said, my cousin's gonna help me out. So he knows that is the guys. John is reminded of what he's done as bad. One of the scenes that he's done that is bad is cutting this toe of Michael. This is kind of important. And we got Tweener that's looking for protection. He didn't get it from the inmate, so he goes to Bellic, which is kind of insane. Michael is putting water in the train. The reason as to why he's doing that is because he wants to see how far he can go. He needs the rope to be putting it up. That way he can reach up. So one of the way to do that is you have this this literal like pool, and by raising the water you can swim up. So gravity that doesn't become an issue. That's what he's trying to do. And he sees how much time it takes to get some water, which is kind of important. We have John, who is literally saying, yeah, well, I have to kill T-Bag, but I also have to do this. So he has a shank, and it's kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts because he's like, I don't know if I'm going to kill John, but I still got to have the shanks. Sucre asks Michael for information. Michael doesn't give him the information. He says, Michael's like, why do you want the information? You know I got your back. We're doing this for your own good. If the Pope gets you, you don't have information, you don't know, you're not in trouble. I'll get all the trouble. So, Bellic is offering protection to Tweener, which is kind of bad. But at the same time, it's like, yo, I don't know, man. I don't know. Snitch business is no good. We got Ale, you trying to back out? And he said, yo, we should leave, possibly. So, kind of betraying everybody. Now, Michael is able to check out that he did everything good. He's able to put the rope. He's able to swim up. And it's funny because, who do we see? We're seeing Sarah. There you go. This is Sarah. So we have the confirmation that he went to the
I can't tell you that now.
to the infirmary. Ale called Veronica and he's like, yo, I got you back. I got you back. I'm gonna be helpful. Now the cool thing is he's doing this to atone. He doesn't need anything in return. So this is super important. John goes to kill T-Bag, but then after that he says, no, I'm not gonna kill you. I changed my mind. I want to save you. So then T-Bag's like, thank you so much, and then he hits John in the jugular with a blade. So he could have killed John.
So good. Then you won't mind me checking it out.
The corrupted cops comes in, and he's like, I want to check out the PI room. And then Lincoln stop him, which basically leads to a fight between him and Lincoln and the cops, which means that Lincoln will be put in solitary confinement, which means that he doesn't have access to PI.
Previously on Prison Break.
We'll do another one. I have time for another one, but after that time we have to go. I'm gonna have to go. So we saw that Sarah is taking care of John because John again had his jugular cut off. So this is pretty bad because he has to go to the infirmary. We got Popes.
I'm sorry, son. It's not your right to see him until tomorrow. And his execution.
Yeah, this is tough. They were ready to leave. They had to till the next day to do so, but they left. Now, this is kind of like a very heroic thing from Lincoln. Lincoln's like, yo, we go out tomorrow. I know how close we are to quitting, to leaving the prison, but if I can save my little brother to going out, I'll do it. So we got Teabag is like, fuck your brother, we're going. And then Michael says, you don't know what you're doing. You're not knowing what you're doing. I'm in charge here. You're only coming because I allow you to come. I'm holding the phone on a very, very thin layer of fabric, so this is why it's falling a lot. So everybody is going after Teabag, so fuck him. Sucre is very sad. And you know what's insane? Sucre, even though him and Michael had problem yesterday, Sucre takes care of Michael.
Once he's gone, you'll be stuck here for another 5 years. And if they trace the whole back to you, they'll toss another dime. That's 15 years, Poppy.
Sucre still care about Michael a lot. And he's like, and actually Sucre is right here. Like, so here it is. And this is what I love about the show. Teabag said, fuck your brother. He's gone. We're still escaping. Michael's like, fuck you. We're escaping with my brother. Sucre comes in and it's like, yo, I'm gonna let you love your brother. I love him too, but there's no getting him out of there. He's stuck there, man. There's no hope. There's no hope at all. That I kind of enjoyed. So we got Nick in the hospital saying, hey, where's LJ? I'm worried about him. Because LJ's gonna go after her little man. We've got CPAT who's calling his wife. And then you get more of his backstory. How he lied. He is in Iraq. He is a prisoner, and it's kind of nice because CPAT is getting some backstory. So this is... How can I say this? I would have put the backstory in before, but you're putting it... It's kind of weird. It's not because they get his backstory, but since we already know backstory of everybody, it's kind of weird to get CPAT so late. And we got Michael, who had a pill in his arm. That pill will send you to hospital. Now, this is a cool thing. He had this pill just in case. He couldn't... It's kind of cool because you can kind of tell why did he have the pill in the first place. Well, for example, if he wasn't able to convince Sarah that he was diabetic, could have been something good. So the Pope, he gave the Pope the pills. He gave the Pope the cross. Like, this is kind of important. Michael comes in and he's like, yo... we have a bigger problem. I need your help, Sarah. And Sarah's not going to help him. We got a janitor that finds a hole in the drain, which is kind of crazy because... How can I put this? He finds the hole in the drain, and finding the hole in the drain is one of the biggest parts. See, the whole thing was contingent on the specific parts. He said, you're good. You're still recording. Nice. And you're good. You're still recording. That's awesome. That's awesome. Perfect. Okay. Because, you see how sunny it is outside? Can take risk, bro. Anyway, we're almost done. I got half an episode left. That we're doing a taste test for ice cream. And the whole rest of the day, I'm just chilling. So... Michael is able to give the pills to the Pope, to Lincoln. It's kind of cool because this makes sense, but it does make sense. Why hide? It still brings the question of why hide that he was your brother. Now, Veronica goes to the media and say there's something there. Now, the craziest thing is she doesn't have any information yet. She'll have it tonight. Also, you got Els that betrays him. And Linderman is like, yo, something is wrong with that guy. Something is wrong. He's going to betray me or something. But that's the beginning. And it doesn't feel wrong for Letterman to think that Hale's going to betray him because Hale has been showing signs that he regrets what he's doing since a while now. So Michael comes in and he breaks the pipe, which will give them more time. However, is there going to be enough time now that we know the drain is going to be fixed? I don't freaking know. We have this DB, and he saves the day. He tells Michael that, yo, if the chair isn't working, this will add another 3 weeks to his thing. So we get Veronica and Lincoln, and there's a really important scene where she kisses him, meaning she's still in love. That's the 2009 way of saying she's still in love. 2025 ways of sucking dicks. Back in the days it was kissing. So Lenderman goes after the wife, the other guy, but she's not gonna hurt him. He's not gonna hurt her. So Lincoln is taking the pills, which will bring him to the infirmary, which he can access, which is kind of nuts. So now they get to the plan. This is the night. This is the night where the plan is to be made. They're ready to escape. Everything is ready. If Lincoln is in the infirmary, he can take care of everything, which is kind of important. We got Elle and Veronica. Elle's gonna give her a paper and say the truth. The guy that Lincoln supposedly killed isn't even dead. So he's not dead. And why is it important is because it's all part of the plan. They prove that this guy is alive, then there's no exit. CPAT is like, yo, this is where it gets really cool. John is in an infirmary, which means there's one less people. And T-Bag's like, yeah, you don't have to get after me. There's enough people there. So CPAT's like, yo, he asks his stepbrother, like, yo, your car is a huge car. How many people can you bring? It's like, I can bring enough. So this is kind of important. So Lenderman sees Els and it's like, yo, you betrayed me. And he puts a paper where everybody's that's involved. So Lenderman sees the paper and said, yo, you named me. So then he kills Elle. And then Veronica doesn't have the paper. However, she has an information that, yo, the guy's still alive. So because she knows that she's still alive, she can prove that he's still alive. The whole part doesn't matter because they lied. Lincoln is committed for a crime that he didn't commit. So now the cops goes in and they're telling the guys in the car like, yo, there's nothing there. So the whole plan goes very well until they see the drain, and then the drain is messed up. Now there's a problem. Lincoln goes in and he's trying to push the tube down, but it doesn't work. This is really nice. This is really nice because of how fast it's going. Et voilà. So yeah, so we're gonna stop here, and I'll see you guys today. But it's really good. The way it's going, it's going really good. We're on our way. I'm telling you right now. Today's the 21st. I have 13 more days. It is quite possible. Okay. You're a bit hot. You're a bit hot.
She was never.
When Xiaoyan got...
Why? This sucks.
got what you need if you need to feel a buzz. I'm into having sex, I ain't into making love. So come give me a hug if you're into getting. I'm into having sex. Le nouveau
The man quickly sprayed red dye on the camera lens, and that move ended up saving a girl's life.
Who are you? I'm just the man who's trying to keep these people from killing your daughter.
Their daughter had been kidnapped at home last night.
It's time for...
The heck? It could be interesting.
Je pense que les gens n'ont pas appris de la COVID. Je pense que les gens, le peuple n'est pas conscient de la manipulation que les gouvernements et les îles.
Je te dis, mon amour, avec moi, tu vas toujours être numéro 1, c'est sûr.
d'énergie.
Can I ask you a personal question? Was Dr. Hensley ever inappropriate?
Okay, so now what you gotta do is this. Not bad, not bad. Sun chips. Okay. Sun. Sun chips under 3. Okay, I done enough. Okay. Nice. Don't link is controversial. Because having a wonderful day. It is 7:37. We finished making videos, so now Gonna be streaming some Elden Ring. I'm gonna try to finish the game today, so I'm super excited. We made it 2 hours and a half of videos. That's actually pretty nuts. No, that's not true. We did the 2 hours of videos, but that's still pretty good. Today on the menu we have sun chips, cheddar, and we have ice cream. So yeah, it's junk food. The sun chips, I'm gonna be eating them right now. We did a lot of review for them, so I don't need to review them. And that's pretty much it. So let's finish Elden Ring. Woo! Okay, good. Okay. What is that? Okay. Et voilà. Ok, comment ça va?
Protect the things that matter to you. Get a free home insurance quote from Square One in less than 5 minutes. Now we get to create our character. If you want to be female, you can have a boy. Totally a chippy girl. That's cute. The cute high pony and the side breeze returns to townspeople. A cascade of summer has finally deemed the winter too long.
Okay, good. Okay. Skinny bottom, the fuck? Uh-huh.
No idea.
Tell him I
I'm gonna sleep a little bit, I think. I'm gonna sleep a little bit. Yep. Yep. I'm just a kid, and life is not fair. I'm gonna sleep a little bit. Okay, man. And I sleep for an hour and a half. Sounds good to me. That's one.